The tension in The Young and the Restless is reaching a boiling point. Secrets, lies, and fragile loyalties are about to collide in Genoa City, and no one will emerge unscathed. At the heart of it all is Victoria Newman, walking a dangerous tightrope. Her bond with Nate Hastings has grown deeper, warmer, and more personal than either of them expected. There's a quiet understanding between them, a comfort born from shared struggles and unspoken truths. Every smile, every lingering glance feels like a lifeline in a city where loyalty is fleeting. But behind Victoria's calm exterior, secrets weigh heavily. She knows more than she should about Lily Winters, the missing twins, and the tangled web Victor Newman has spun. Every heartbeat feels louder, every look from Nate a reminder of the truth she's keeping buried. Staying silent is risky, but speaking up could ignite a fire she may not be able to control. Meanwhile, the Newman ranch is far from peaceful. Nikki Newman finally gets a moment with Victor Newman, relieved to see him back after his unexplained trip. But relief quickly sours. Victor's sudden absence and his refusal to share details triggers Nikki's protective instincts. Her questions are sharp, relentless, but Victor remains guarded and evasive, leaving her frustrated and anxious. His calm, impenetrable demeanor only deepens the unease. Whatever he did during his disappearance, it's clear that the consequences have yet to surface, and Nikki fears the worst. Elsewhere at Crimson Lights, a quieter but equally tense drama unfolds. Daniel Romalotti Jr. strums his guitar, filling the cozy coffee house with soft, contemplative chords. Sitting across from him, Tessa Porter listens, and together they share a rare moment of honesty. Tessa opens up about the complicated mess surrounding Mariah Copeland, confessing her frustration and heartbreak over a situation that refuses to resolve. Daniel, in turn, reveals his own growing turmoil, the fractured relationship with Phyllis Summers, and the dangerous plan he's been roped into by Kane Ashby. Their conversation is a mix of sorrow, empathy, and quiet tension. Both understand the pain of loving someone who seems to always bring chaos, and both feel powerless to stop it. But these shared vulnerabilities also forge a subtle connection, a reminder that even amidst betrayal and conflict, understanding and friendship can flourish. Back in Genoa City, Summer Newman is already furious with Phyllis, and Daniel's influence could push her anger even further. The potential for a family showdown is mounting. Phyllis herself may face devastating news, cut off from Harrison Abbott, or hit with another life-altering blow. Daniel's earlier threat to cut her off from Lucy Romalotti looms as well, hinting that he might finally act on it. When Phyllis storms back into Genoa City, she heads straight to the Crimson Lights patio, a storm incarnate. Her confrontation with Daniel is fierce and unflinching. Words fly, accusations cut like knives, and decades of unresolved pain explode in the open. Phyllis vows never to forgive Daniel, her voice a mix of fury, heartbreak, and betrayal. Daniel, standing firm, refuses to back down. The tension crackles like electricity as mother and son collide, each unwilling to yield. At the same time, Nikki continues to grapple with Victor's mystery. His cagey answers, his unshakable calm, hint that a plan is in motion, one that could have far-reaching consequences for everyone around him. Nikki senses the danger lurking just out of sight, the kind of danger that could shake the foundation of the family she spent a lifetime protecting. Victoria's story takes center stage again, her relationship with Nate deepening in intimate, heartwarming moments. But each step closer to him also draws the risk of exposure tighter. Nate's growing concern for Lily pierces her silence, threatening to unravel the web of deception she's carefully maintained. Every decision she makes now carries immense weight. Stay silent and she risks complicity. Speak out and she risks everything she holds dear. The kidnapping of Lily and the twins hangs over her like a dark shadow, and Victor's claim that Lily has willingly joined his plan complicates everything. Victoria is caught between loyalty to her father and the moral imperative to protect the truth, and she knows that once she crosses that line, there is no going back. As the city sleeps, the tension tightens. Decisions made in anger, fear, or love begin to ripple outward, touching every corner of Genoa City. Daniel's choice to distance himself from Phyllis, Phyllis's burning anger, Summer's hardened resolve, Nikki's unease, Victor's mysterious actions, and Victoria's silent struggle, they are all threads of a web ready to snap. Secrets in Genoa City never stay hidden for long. When they finally emerge, they do so like wildfire, consuming everything in their path. The city is poised on the edge of chaos. Friendships, romances, and family bonds are being tested. Every heartfelt glance, every whispered truth, every calculated move could tip the balance and ignite consequences no one can contain. Victoria is playing with fire. Daniel is standing firm. Phyllis is burning with betrayal. And Victor is holding the cards. In Genoa City, the stakes have never been higher. Because when the truth finally breaks free, it won't just reveal secrets, it will leave scars. And the fire that's been quietly smoldering, it's about to rage out of control. Morning in Genoa City brings no relief, only the quiet tension of decisions that cannot be undone. The streets feel heavier, as if the city itself is holding its breath, waiting for the next spark to ignite the flames already spreading through families and hearts. Daniel wakes with the lingering ache of yesterday's confrontation. He tells himself he did the right thing, that standing his ground against Phyllis was necessary, but it doesn't make the guilt any lighter. Every memory of her tear-streaked face and the anger in her voice presses against him like a weight he can't shake. He knows the path he chose may permanently alter the bond he shares with his mother, but turning back now is not an option. Phyllis, meanwhile, rises with fire in her chest. The words Daniel hurled at her, the silence he maintained reverberate in her mind. Betrayal isn't new to her, but betrayal from a son cuts deeper than anything else. And the looming threat of being cut off from Lucy and possibly Harrison turns that pain into something darker: isolation. Yet Phyllis refuses to crumble. She steels herself, vowing that if the world abandons her, she'll survive on her own terms. Summer watches it all unfold like a hawk, her anger sharpening into something deliberate, controlled. The fractures in her family are no longer just troubling, they are unacceptable. If lines must be drawn, she is ready to draw them herself, no matter the cost. Loyalty now feels like a currency she can no longer afford to spend blindly. At the Newman Ranch, Nikki continues to wrestle with the unease Victor's secrecy has planted in her chest. His calm, evasive demeanor tells her everything and nothing at the same time. She senses a storm brewing beneath his carefully constructed surface, a storm that could engulf the entire family. The more she tries to pin him down, the more she realizes she's dealing with someone who is always 2 steps ahead, and the consequences of that are impossible to predict. And then there's Victoria. Her moments with Nate grow warmer, more tender, a shared laugh, a lingering glance, a fleeting touch, each one strengthens the bond between them. But every heartbeat of joy is countered by the gnawing pressure of the secret she carries. Nate's concern for Lily grows more urgent with each passing day, and Victoria feels the walls closing in. The truth about the twins' disappearance, Victor's manipulations, and Lily's supposed voluntary involvement threaten to shatter everything if revealed at the wrong moment. Victoria stands at a crossroads, one that will define not only her future, but the fates of everyone she loves. Speak, and she could destroy her father's carefully laid plans and put Nate in danger. Stay silent and the guilt may be unbearable, and the risk that the truth will slip out anyway only grows with every day. Across Genoa City, the tension builds like the first distant rumble of thunder before a storm. Every conversation, every glance, every secret, no matter how carefully concealed, is a thread in a web of chaos about to snap. Daniel's choice to sever ties with Phyllis, Phyllis's fury and heartbreak, Summer's hardening resolve, Nikki's anxiety, Victor's hidden schemes, and Victoria's moral dilemma are all converging toward a moment that could change everything. Because in Genoa City, nothing stays buried forever. When the truth finally emerges, it hits with the force of a wildfire. Families fracture, loyalties are tested, and the consequences leave scars deeper than anyone could have imagined. The fire Victoria is playing with is no longer small, it's spreading. Daniel's convictions are colliding with Phyllis's wrath. Summer's anger is sharpened into action. Nikki's suspicions edge closer to revelation. Victor holds the hidden pieces, ready to turn the board in his favor. And the question hangs over everyone like a shadow. Who will survive the flames? Who will be consumed? And who will emerge, changed forever? The city waits, tense and restless. The stakes have never been higher. And in Genoa City, when secrets finally break free, there's no going back.